if we're going to make it work for me. Queen's Mill at last. Still not as big as a coal mine engine. Let's hope it's not piston broke, eh? Oh, it's going to be the spinny thing again.
The steam comes in through this pipe because the boiler's down there.
Is it still steam powered?
Yes, it is. Nice. And it was still steam powered right up until 1982. And it was still a weaving clock. That's when the mill shut in 82.
So has it been converted so it's powered by electric as well? So it's just purely steam?
Yes. So last weekend we were lucky enough to have everything for it. And the boiler running and the engine running.
How often do you run it?
Well, we don't know when we're going to do it next.
That's going to have to be another visit back.
Because, both our engine and the boiler guys are just retiring, so we can do it short of the experts, really, you know.
There's not going to be many of them left, though, is there? That's the unfortunate part. Yeah. There's only one man for the job in my eyes, and that's Mr. Dibner.
So it's a 14-ton, 16-ton flywheel.
How many tons?
16 tons.
16 tons.
Yeah.
Spinning around it.
Yeah, 68.
You can't get back out that way.
The original element. So it was framed in through the window and put in place. It's now made out of Nelson.
I've just seen up Nelson tags all over here, I noticed.
And then the drive off the main drive off going right the way from there.
So that's the only purpose of that, all that steel is to get this in here?
Yeah, but also if they need to do repairs, they can lift them and lift them onto the piece, but that's why that's there.
What the hatch was for?
And because it's quite delicate, the cotton, I'll show you,
That's the beam.
you can see if you have if you pull that apart, you'll see it's quite delicate.
It's a hell of a sight, isn't it? You can imagine it when it was full.
You've not seen half of it yet. Are you a YouTuber? Are you a YouTuber? A vlogger?
Yeah, a Northern Monkey. You've probably seen us.
Northern Monkey. Northern Monkey.
You'll be shocked at the places that we've seen.
I bet. So the cotton, the warp's put at the back there, and it's this machine here mixes up what's called size. So it's a mixture of flour, soap, animal products, and it coats the cotton and it strengthens it. So that piece of veneer now is quite weak.
It's not been treated with
It's not been treated, yeah. And then once it's been treated, you can see how different it is.
Oh, that's
it's
well
quite
stronger.
Strong.
Oh, you can feel the difference.
Yeah. So on the warp, it can go under tension and it doesn't snap. So as a weaver, you don't want cotton ends that are breaking all the time.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
You spend more time putting it back on, wouldn't you?
Good. So once it's put onto the beam, that beam was ready then to go for the
Process.
So,
Nah.
so this is being powered by a small electromotor that we've got at the minute, just so that we can give visitors a demonstration. But this is
Wow.
one out there. This is a more modern creel, and it obviously holds big cones of yarn now, and this is going onto the beam here. Holds a lot more ends, can make a bigger wall. But all this equipment was left in 1982 when
So,
I
so
shot.
everything's original?
Yeah, yeah. There's a few pieces in there that are
obviously.
different looms and stuff.
You have to try and patch it back up.
Yeah. Do you want to come through here and have a look at what's going on here? But electricity didn't come to Hull site until 1946.
I don't think I've seen one like that.
No. So this was put in 1946. So. And it still works today. Everything's all switched on.
Who's made them? No name on it, is there?
So this is English Electric, and it's all very solid, isn't it?
Yeah. That's what I mean. They used to put the name on everything because it was that good back then.
Yeah. So in here, the wall, but beam was put onto. Do you remember when I put my feet on the pedals and they lifted up? So here, come through and have a look. So these are what's called the heels, and they have the little eye that we drew through. So the person who would draw through the wall would sit here and thread each end through one of these little eyes here. So it'd be quite a hard job, you know, you'd have to have good eyesight, you'd have to find which one you're going to thread it through next.
If you missed one,
Yeah.
would you see a differ in the fabric on the way down?
If you miss one of these, you would. If you miss one of these, it wouldn't matter because you would just go to the next one. But if you missed one of the threads, yes, you would. You'd have a fault, and I'll show you a piece of copy there.
Spinning all the way across. I know, yeah. Well, that's what they were all like, weren't they? All the way across.
North light it was called, so that the sun didn't
Oh,
shine.
of course, that's why it was.
It's
No.
softer light, and you don't get big shadows. And
You can see it like at Howard Timbers. You can see the lines that the ceiling's made on the wall. And I've always wondered why it's always exactly. I've always wondered why it's on an angle. So by the time it gets to night time, it's on the other side anyway.
Yeah, right. And then
Get it?
the cotton needs to be kept moist, and so it doesn't snap. So that doesn't heat it up. But this is interesting, isn't it?
Yeah,
So
just
this
put
piece
me
of
out straight
machine,
away.
Yeah, moves out so that the beams can be got in, isn't it? So this
Oh,
swings
yeah, of
round,
course, I've seen it.
Yeah, and then the same with this. This one can swing around.
So it's just an accessible thing.
Yeah, so that they can get into a small space. It's a bit clever. Really weird.
British engineering.
I know.
I'll beat it. It's all interesting. Well, actually, done well to keep me honest to myself.
Yeah, you want to touch things. So this here is a shuttle making workshop. It wouldn't have been here. This is just an example, but there's about over 800 different designs of shuttles. Each town would have woven their own cloth, so they would have their own design of looms and needed their own shuttles. You can see from the size of that one, that's for weaving carpets, so it's a massive shuttle, really heavy one. And the one next to it would be for like silk.
So
again,
the heavier the
that's
fabric, the bigger the loom.
Yes, yeah, it would be a huge, massive thing. But these are all slightly different. I'll go and show you some of the pieces of equipment through here running.
Oh, work.
So, we talked about the warp, so the weft is the one that goes across, and the weft comes through from spinners on this, and this is called a cop. Now, a cop's put on this machine, and then the end is threaded
Oh, just
through,
like you've done that before.
and then it's knotted on to the
A quick,
curve.
simple knot.
Yeah, and then you just kind of break off the spare bit, chuck it on the floor. And then, this machine should work. We'll see if it works. So you can see it's coming up and onto the cone, it's winding. So one person will be responsible for about 4 of these machines.
Oh, that's the.
Yeah, it's broken. Yeah, it's quite. You see how it breaks. Yeah. So this isn't the weft isn't strengthened, so it's not dipped in the liquid. But that will keep going. Although that's not doing it very well. Can you see it?
Oh, it's just broke. That's two in like less than 10 seconds.
have your head. So there's the cone, and it's winding onto a curve. And the curve goes in the shuttle.
How many would this make in a day?
Well,
Just this section?
it takes a minute to wind one curve.
Wow.
The weaver would need masses of them, and Meg will tell you why. So you see it breaks it off,
clever.
brings a new one in, and then drops a new one. So it's a bit automated. But again, this snaps, this comes out, so one member of staff will have one of 4 pieces of machinery to keep them out.
I'm well impressed with that, that was cool. How does it go? Or is it a pressure thing?
Yeah. It winds in a certain pattern. Can you see it? Kind of goes back in the middle and then it will taper and turn.
Are these still used today?
No, that's not showing for a while. Put the boxes on filled with pieces of cloth. We will be paid by the piece.
Yeah.
You know, the per piece rate.
Yeah.
So heavy boxes to start with before they're even filled with
I know, yeah.
cloth. You know, imagine having a cart with about 10, 12.
And these were left behind?
Yeah, some of them are from this mill, but a lot have come from other places as well.
Sure. Does that mean, no, it's not going to mean small show, is it? 1881.
1881, right.
Somebody called Joseph. Oh, I love them.
See a steam powered kettle as well when you finish.
A steam powered kettle.
Yeah.
I bet that's how Fred Dibnah made his brews.
Yeah, so yeah, it would have been, steam would have come in here, and this would have been, you know, how you'd have got your hot water out, it's copper.
Oh yeah, I'm more interested in the bricks now.
Yeah.
They look like Burnley bricks to me, and that's a full curve. I've never seen a full curve.
Cool.
Well, I've only seen part curves.
Alright. Full, what did you say? Full
I'd say a full, you know, the full curve at the end.
curve, yeah.
Rather than having one squared off.
No, it's quite fancy, isn't it?
Yeah, it is posh.
But there was also a steam, like, warming drawer to put your lunch in. So.
Well, nice.
So, almost like
Yeah, proper. Well looked after at Queen's Mill.
We'll go through and see the loom screen. So in here, this is where the cloth was brought through, and they weigh it and measure it. And but a lot of these looms weren't here. These were different looms that we had. But you know what I was saying about faults? So that would be a fault in the cloth. You
Oh,
can see
yeah,
how
yeah.
an end is broken. And
It's just a bit.
but Burnley looms were very narrow cloth, so it is quite narrow. Right, I'll go down the seam now, then she'll give us a demo.
I love the fact that that's still spinning all these years later.
This is one that she's going to show you. You can understand the other, you can stand
I want the one with the sleeve a bit closer.
Yeah.
So I'll pop this one on for you. 127 years old.
What, that loom? Or
Yeah.
the,
Still working today.
And you know, when they were bought, they were £5 to buy those.
what, each one?
Yes.
So, yeah, we have two types. You see, we have one with a rounded top here, and one. This is a Pemberton. This is a Harlingham top. They're very similar, just the tops are different, and this is slightly wider than a Harlingham top. This shuttle's going to go at a speed of about 30 miles an hour back and forth. You might just catch it in the shuttle once here. It's being pushed by this picking stick and this picker. This is the picker. The first job is to all the spindle. So you use
Oh, proper way, innit? Feather.
all feather and just all the spindle here. And again on the other side. That just helps it glide a bit more, easier. That. They're quite noisy, but it's nice to imagine what just under 1,000
Oh,
feet
yeah, I can imagine.
sounded like. If you need any protection, we've got it there. When I put it on, this belt is on the loose wheel at the minute, and it'll move over to the drive wheel, and that's how it engages the loom to run, so you might want to watch that. So I'll pop it on.
Shit. She's braver than me. Fire it out.
And then that just gets tucked under the temple. You saw I had them tags.
Oh, yeah,
there.
yeah.
I was trying to show you. You can see it.
Oh, you were measuring it?
Yeah, well this is, that will happen again. I just wanted you to see how much we've woven in that short space of time. Yeah, that's it really. We've already had 4 to 6, sometimes 8 of these looms to look after. And this here is called the church. They would have had a spare shuttle sat there, which would help them speed up production a little bit more.
How often would one of them like derail and pop out?
What, the shuttle?
Yeah, well, as it's being smacked one from one side to the other.
There has to be something wrong somewhere. It's not, I've not seen it happen, but it can happen, hence the guards there. And it can really ruin, damage this reed here, you know, if that happens. You can feel how sharp.
Is that untreated?
Yeah, and that's going in the middle, like before, and then this is just wrapping around the middle. Just watch the cars, it chunks around and land easily. and we'll drop an empty pern into the top.
You can see there where the old ones
Oh,
go.
Yeah. So it's pulling the waste off.
Oh, cleaning the
It does everything. It drops it into the pern.
The comb is at the back there, winding. This is not threaded up at the minute. But they'll drop there, the belt will pick it up and it will just, as she said, rewind there. It does everything for you.
So again, that's one person's job.
Still enough to do, innit? Holy, that is a sight and a half. Is all this still running?
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
So when the engine on the boiler fires up, the main shaft turns, and the noise in here is definitely
Oh, I
just
can
the thing.
imagine.
So imagine one loop times 900. In here at the minute it's 308, but that wall and that wall weren't built, so the complete open plan we've said was nearly like 900.
Wow, so it would have been like another God knows how long that way, then.
So when everything's moving, the belts are moving, the drive shaft, and when the weaves are weaving, all the picking sticks are moving. So the weaver would have stood between that bit there. So this is the back of the loom, so there's two backs together, two fronts together, and the weaver would have looked after one in front, one behind, so the 2, 4, 6, sometimes 8 looms.
So eight machines, eight.
Machines, yeah, per weaver, yeah.
So there've been quite a few people in here as
Yes,
well,
there
haven't
would.
there? Wow, it's been sweaty,
You've
wasn't it?
seen the films?
Yeah, I've seen videos
so
and
these
films.
are the ones that actually weave, and then the rest are just dressed in plastic to make it look that way. But can you imagine, without electricity, how dark it might have been
Oh, yeah.
early in the morning? So,
That roof was a genius invention, wasn't it?
But there's no light on today, and it's quite bright. So
Yeah, it is. You wouldn't think you was in a fully
No,
covered mill, would you?
But these are the pipes that put the steam into the atmosphere, so to keep it all moist and keep the cotton in good condition. But you've got dust coming off the looms, and you've got steam.
So-
It's not good for people's chests.
How did they let steam out? Through these little valves?
Yes, yes. Yeah. And the finer kind, the narrow pipes going down, so there were all the...
Did you just have like a constant,
Yeah, so
like a
there's
seepage?
the Factories Act, I think it was called. No, this one. There's a whole...
Cogs?
Factories regulations, and it tells you all about it, 1959, it tells you that the reshed, that they have to read the hygrometer to make sure that they were between certain sort of levels to check that there was enough moisture in there. This is part of the workmen's benches, and they were called the
Original.
tacklers. Yeah, they were called the tackler, and they would make any repairs to the looms. So they'd mend the leather belts when they broke, and they'd...
It's some serious work, aren't they?
Yeah.
And they could still survive a lot more.
Yes. Yeah. So the leather apparently lasted for a long time. We can see it's had men's in it. You see how?
Oh yeah, extra bits here and
so
there.
these are like the little
Oh, the teeth.
staple, if you like, that they put in to mend it. So yeah, it's a hard life, I think. So they do 12-hour shifts.
Egg and put in the bucket of boiling water. Might boil baked potato tonight.
Yeah.
A boiler man would often eat black sandwiches of coal dust. Yeah, I've done that. I've had a black fag at the pit bottom of me.
Oh,
Didn't taste very nice, but it was well earned after a 2-hour crawl.
yeah, so they just do a 12-hour shift.
Oh, did they?
The weavers would stay at the looms because time was money. They wanted to earn as
Why,
much as
why do they look so much like looms? But
yeah, they're part of the... I don't know, they were part of the weaving process. Waste cotton was put in these little sort of flowers to collect the drips, and then that was used to start the fires in the morning.
Ah.
So, again, they're recycled.
yes, definitely.
still use
I hate throwing stuff away that can still be used.
Yeah, well.
Oh, you can go the way down. Oh, they took the cages away. Nice. Oh. It's like a step in time from what they used to travel
Yeah,
in.
and just, barrows that we used to carry stuff about in. All handmade, no doubt.
Oh yeah, definitely. No machines made that. Some strong hands have made it, I know that much.
These lining looms will have been cast in Burnley, that's the fascinating thing.
Yes, it's got Burnley there as well.
Yep.
Hot.
Harling and Todd and Pemberton, that's the two makes of looms that we've got in here.
Surprised the oils and the greases didn't get all over the fabrics.
I know, it's so white and clean. When
I know, yeah.
You would have been fine, you'd have been fine for just about everything.